Good morning, you guys. I'm going to start a new series on my channel here. It's called The Divorce Chronicles, as I am currently going through a divorce. It is December 28th, 2024, and we had that long, hard conversation yesterday. Our marriage has been on the rocks for about 18 months. I stopped wearing my ring in summer of 23. But there have been a lot of moments where we've been up and down and back and forth. And the final straw was pulled, earlier this week. He asked me if I wanted a divorce. I told him yes. I came home from work Monday night. He had started taking stuff out of the house. There was zero discussion about when he was going to leave and what he was taking, but he thought it an idea to do so. And I'm sharing this story only because I hope that if someone else is going through this, that they're not, taking it personal and just understanding it's a transition in life. We have not been right for each other for a long time, and I've tried to thug it out. I've tried to really stick with it because nobody wants to be divorced. You don't get married to get divorced. But in this situation, we have different values and we have different needs, and they're not being met. And I can't spend the rest of my life hoping he's going to change, and I'm not going to change for him. So we will just go our separate ways. Does it hurt? Yes. Is it necessary? 1,000%. But I'm doing this hoping that if someone else is having the same situation, you're in the same throes of life, and you're wondering who did it and what for, then keep going. My saving grace the last couple of days has been friends, both single, married, and divorced. And just having people around me that will encourage me, that believe in me despite what's going on. I won't go into the details as to why we're getting a divorce, but I will say that he feels like I have played on his insecurities, and I feel like he's played on mine. And instead of us coming to a meeting of the minds, because I wasn't willing to after he played on my insecurity, we have to move on, because now I can't trust him. And there's no marriage without trust. I don't care what anyone says. I can't trust him. He made a selfish move, an impulsive move, and in a different scenario, I would think it was just impulsive and not an actual mistake. And it's the mistake ultimately that pulled the plug on this marriage. So I'm gonna catalog or journey or journal, everything that's going on with this marriage, because I don't have a game plan to depart. He thought that I did. He thought I was planning an exit. He thought I was out of the marriage. And it's just like, where do you get that from? And he's just looking at my social media and looking at, my status on Facebook instead of asking me and having the conversation. So because he, was low-key planning to protect himself from my departure, I said, you don't have to anymore. I'm leaving. I don't have a financial plan in place. I have no idea how I'm going to pay bills, because this time last year I lost a job, and at this point I've taken about a $20,000 pay cut. So it has been substantial this entire year for us to survive on me making making a lot less money. And he knows that. And even in all of that, he still thought I'm going to play on her insecurities. So ultimately, at the end of the day, we both said some things we probably shouldn't have said. We both are hurt, I'm sure, but this has to happen. It has to happen ASAP. And I don't know what next month holds. I've been applying for jobs for the last 12 months. I've had multiple interviews. I've applied for 100 jobs. And Vegas just sucks for jobs right now. And I never thought I would say that, because I'm born and raised here. And it's never been hard for me to get a job. But now I'm going to really have to put my foot to the pavement, because he's got to be out of our place in 30 days. I'm staying because I've been there for 7-8 years, and I have an adult child, but nonetheless an adult child. So I don't know what's going to become of this marriage. I just know, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not happy, go. Okay? We only have one life to live. Okay? You can't cry over spilled milk your entire life. I have zero plans to do that. Zero. And you could not have told me that I'd be sitting here December 28th, telling you guys that I'm actually going to go through with this divorce, because this has been pending for so long. He's been sleeping on the couch for months. We've been sleeping in separate beds for months. So it's not anything new that we've been in trouble. But maybe there was a part of me that thought we were going to rebound from this, that we were going to, bounce back somehow, and it was just a season. But that final straw was pulled, that final string was unraveled, and I can't unsee it. So I wish him well. I wish him nothing but the best. But there is no part of me that wants him in my future. To make this very easy, we're going to pull the paper up online, and we're going to find how much it costs to file it ourselves and get a notary and file for divorce. We have some bills that we're intertwined with that I will hopefully try to figure out some kind of payment plan. If bankruptcy has to be done, so be it. Whatever needs to be done at this point. I am disappointed in myself because I probably knew the day of the wedding that I shouldn't marry him. And I somehow thought marriage would make it better. Don't make that mistake. What you see in that dating phase, what you see in a person when you're just courting each other, is what you're going to see magnified by 10 in the marriage. I can assure you of it. So if it's something you don't like, something that doesn't sit well with you when you're dating the person, it does not change when you guys get married. It only gets worse because people get comfortable and they assume if you married them, you've accepted it. And low key, he has a point, but that doesn't mean that I have to stay. I've made the mistake. He will admit maybe one day that he's made a mistake in marrying me, maybe not, but whatever the case is, I need to move on. So comment down below if you would like to hear about this journey of divorce. This is my first marriage. This is his third. So I am brand new to all of this. And I don't know how to feel. Some days I feel relief and some days I feel sadness. Today I feel nothing. I feel numb. But I'm going to go out and enjoy myself tonight and be around people who love and accept me. And I'm not going to worry about something I can't control. And that's the demise of my marriage. I can't worry about it. I wish him well. I don't wish him any ill at all. It just didn't work out. And sometimes it doesn't. And for some people, they will stamp themselves as a failure. I refuse. It was just a mistake. And ultimately, at the end of the day, it's life. And life goes on. Just remember you matter, and your decisions affect you more than they affect anyone else. Make the decisions wisely. I'll talk to you guys soon.